there will be a change in the sentencing options available to the regulator. And effectively, we will see the introduction of work health and safety undertakings, although these will be precluded from Category 1 offences, but they are not an admission of guilt. We will be seeing the introduction of things such as Adverse Publicity Orders, Restoration Orders, Work Health and Safety Projects, Injunctions, Training Orders, and of course, Infringement Notices, although they will not be at the levels prescribed by the Work Health and Safety regulations. They will still be a significant increase. There'll be an element under the Work Health and Safety Act that covers coercion, discrimination, and misleading information. Effectively, this will only be related to work health and safety matters, but the recourse is going to be very similar to that we find under the Fair Work Australia Act and the anti-discrimination laws. There will be various sentencing options available to the regulator under the Work Health and Safety Act, and these will include things such as undertakings, which are precluded from Category 1 offences but are not an admission of guilt. There will also be the introduction of training orders, restoration orders, adverse publicity orders. Remember, not all publicity is good publicity. There will also be injunctions, and there will also be infringement notices. And of course, there will also be monetary fines. In fact, under the new legislation, there will be significant increases in the penalties that will be applied in the workplace. Under the Work Health and Safety Act, you do not necessarily have to have an adverse outcome for you to be prosecuted. In fact, all you have to do is expose a person to the possibility that that could have happened for the regulator to come around and start investigating. So a good idea, ladies and gentlemen, is to ensure that you have safe systems and processes in place and that they're being followed. That's very important. And this is where the officers of the corporation play a major part. Effectively, if an officer sees something happening in the workplace, they need to do something about it. The days of walking past something and saying, that's dangerous, and then going home, those days are over. We cannot allow those sorts of things to happen in the workplace. And in fact, this is where the proactiveness really comes through. You have to go out and control those existing risks in the workplace. You could have had a very safe workplace up until now. In fact, you may have gone through life without having anything happen in your workplace. This doesn't mean that you can't be prosecuted should something happen under the new Act. In fact, all you have to do is expose a worker to a probable outcome. And if they didn't have anything happen to them, that may have just been through good luck, not good management. And you could be held accountable for that. And remember, the fines will be quite significant. And in fact, officers can be found guilty of an offence under the Work Health and Safety Act, and the PCBU does not have to be. Officers face monetary fines and in the worst scenarios could even face imprisonment.